once again. Giving all praises to Yahweh,
Bahashem Yahshai, Bahashem Kakadash.
and through the grace and power of the Most High, prophesies the downfall of this man's kingdom. So, you have anything you want to go into?
Yeah, I'm going to 2 Peter 3 and 5. For this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water, whereby the world that then was being overflowed with water perished. Now this is going into the first destruction, because because of the wickedness that was going on then. So how much more now? How much more upset is the Lord now? Because obviously this place is far more wicked than it ever was. And I was really meditating on that, like, man, the Lord smited the world before, so just imagine how much more now he's upset. Everywhere you go, every turn you take, just wickedness.
Yeah. And this place is ripe for judgment. You know what I'm saying? I got a precept. Hebrews 11.
Mosquito? 50 degrees.
Hebrews 11 and 7.
This is Hebrews chapter 11, verse 7. By faith, Noah, being warned of Yahweh of things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by the which he condemned the world.
Right, so Noah was set up to warn the people back then, right? And nobody believed him. They was like, oh, this guy's bugged out.
Yeah.
Why they didn't believe him? Because it never really rained before. You know what I'm saying? So they thought it was far-fetched for rain to come out the sky and to flood the entire earth.
Right.
So really, this all goes back to faith. You know, you kick this truth to certain jakes, they'll tell you like this place is gonna get wiped out by thermonuclear destruction, and that you should repent and come into this truth. But then they won't take you seriously.
They look at you like a bug out.
Yeah, like that Jake. I don't want to be broke and woke. Remember
Oh,
that video?
yeah,
Remember
I
that
seen
video
that.
I sent you?
Yeah, I
Bishop
seen that.
Nathaniel, and he was going in. I give him credit. He was going in. He was hitting the precepts.
Yeah, yeah. That goes to show you, like, our people, they just not gonna get it. How many people was on the boat with Noah? What was it, like 8 people?
Yeah, the whole world pretty much died off, and then you only had a remnant left. So that's gonna be the same thing when the world is gonna be destroyed by fire. You know, not the entire world. You know, really only certain sections, but mainly Babylon, America. You know what I'm saying? Get that scripture where it says, Most High made a promise to Noah that he's not gonna use water no more. Pull that one up. And then you can go back to Hebrews 11 and 7. There might be some more in there.
This is Genesis 9 and 11. And I will establish my covenant with you. Neither shall all flesh be cut off any more by the waters of a flood. Neither shall there any more be a flood to destroy the earth.
So, get that other scripture and precept. It's in Revelation. The second death. Look up second death. It's in Revelation. I think, is that Revelation 8? I'm not even so sure. Because the Most High, he's got a judgment that's getting ready to come down upon the earth. Alright? So this is something that you should take seriously. However, we understand that everybody's gonna see it the way that we see it. They're not gonna get the big picture. Again, let me go back to that dude. He was like, I don't want to be broke and woke. What am I gonna do to take care of myself and my family now? How basically he said, how is his truth gonna benefit? How is knowing I'm an Israelite gonna benefit? Come on, man.
That's how Jake is though. Like they need the Lord has to fit into their time. They don't want to make time for it. It has to just be something that's just easy. But this is Revelation 20 and 14. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. And whoever was not found
All right, so we already established that the first death was by water, right? Correct, during the time of Noah. So what is the second death?
And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death.
And for you Christians out there, hell, this ain't talking about no fairy tale place where you go underneath the earth where there's fire and that's just make believe. That's make believe stuff. It's a fairy tale. And what this is speaking about is a condition, all right? This is speaking about a condition that's going to be on earth. So when Yahweh Shai comes back with his chariots and when the ICBM missiles drop, this place is going to be wiped out.
Arrows.
It's just going to be consumed by fire. That the lake of fire. Keep reading.
Right.
That's why he said the lake of fire. You know, Christians read this and they'll botch it. They'll be like, the lake of fire. They're speaking about hell. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got to cleanse your mind of that Christianity nonsense. That shit is dogma. It don't get you nowhere.
The lake of fire. This is the second death. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire.
So, I'm not trying to be mean, but it doesn't seem like that Jake is written in the book of life. You know what I'm saying? Because I was watching a video that Apostle Gabar put up, and he was saying how since Nate was breaking it down, saying that this place is going to be wiped out by thermonuclear destruction, not one person asked, well, what do you mean by that? What are you talking about? Not one person brought that up.
Right.
And then Nate went into the scripture in Zechariah where it says that 2/3 of our people are going to be cut off. That didn't raise any alarms in their minds. They wasn't concerned about that.
Right.
But Jake was like, well, I don't want to be broken woke. What am I going to do now? How is this going to benefit me? I got to feed my family. I got to take care of myself. I want the flashy things.
Yeah, it would say, I want to take vacations. I want to drive a foreign car, a new car.
Yeah, and then he tried to pitch a suggestion to Nate. He was like, oh, well, why don't you guys get in flashy vehicles? Why don't you get in Bentleys? It might be more enticing and you might pull more people in. Nah, man, it ain't.
That's not what it's about.
This ain't about that. First of all, we wasn't even brought here to live a great life and be comfortable. This is really our punishment.
Alright. That's how niggas fall out. They be like, oh man, I can't get a Bentley. I ain't dealing with this.
Oh man, my woman, she wanna leave me. She don't like me being like this and this truth. She gonna leave me. Oh, my family, man, they talking shit about me. They think I'm crazy. I got a scripture.
Just grab
You got a piece of it?
This is Baruch 2:30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captives they shall remember themselves.
So this has got to be speaking about you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, because we're the most hard-headed people on the earth.
Got a piece of
Yeah, Matthew. I believe it's Matthew 19 and 29. See if there's a couple of verses you can start off at. Above.
Start at 28. This is Matthew 19 and 28. And Yahweh Shai said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory. Ye,
The regeneration. So the men of the Lord were on the scene back then, and they're going to be back on the scene today when Yahweh Shai makes his return.
regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory.
And this clearly hasn't happened yet. You know, we don't see Yahweh Shai sitting in his throne. We don't even see King David. Where's King David at? Pursuant to Ezekiel chapter 37. You know? So, this is prophecy for you.
Ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And everyone that hath forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or fathers, or mothers, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive an hundredfold, and shall inherit everlasting life.
Right, so if you forsake all that, you're gonna get a reward at the end of the day. And it may seem hard for certain brothers and sisters at the time, and you know they don't want to fully come into this truth and become grounded and rooted, you know, and that could turn a lot of people off to this truth. A lot of people though, they want to get all of the good things on this side. No, it's not time for that. You know what I'm saying? You think we can have it all now? How are we gonna have it all when we got Esau ruling over the world? You know what I'm saying? And let's say we did start living good and getting the goodies, living sweet. Esau, what does he have a track record of doing? He has a track record of getting jealous and messing it all up. Case in point, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street. You know what I'm saying?
You grab a precept real quick. Says, this is Matthew 10 and 35. For I am come to set a man at a variance against his father, and daughter against her mother, against the daughter, in law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be thy of his own household. So you're gonna have to forsake your family, because all they're gonna do, all that is ultimately is a stumbling block. Because then you're gonna put your faith in, like, I gotta stay here, I gotta provide for them. No, you gotta put all your faith in Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai.
And you know, we don't got it good right now, but you know, the Most High, he makes a way for us. He makes a way for brothers and sisters out there. Now you can't have it all, like I said on this side. You just can't.
Right.
And when you do, you gotta sell your soul. You gotta sell yourself out, man. Which we're not trying to do that. Because we know that it's not gonna end well. The end result is gonna be death and destruction. You know what I'm saying? Every person that sells out and they live the fast life. They got their nice car, they got their houses, they got their jewelry. They can't even like speak up on certain subjects. I was watching a video with what's his name, Donald Alton, the guy that made the Hebrews to Negroes documentary. He said that he's been getting Ron Dalton. Ron Dalton, he said he made his movies, right? And he had celebrities DMing him, hitting him up, like, yo, this is good stuff. This was a good documentary. This is very informative. And then, what's his name? Ronald? Yeah, Ron Dalton. I keep mixing it up. Ronald Dalton. He said, well, if that's how you feel about the movie, then why don't you promote it? Why don't you repost it? Why don't you tell people to watch it? And then his response that he got from the celebrities, which he didn't want to air their names out, he said, well, because I would lose my contract, you know, I would lose money, this is too controversial, you know what I'm saying?
Right. You know what the scripture said, woe to you rich men. You got your consultation. Nah, not consultation, what's the word I'm looking for?
That's the word.
Is it?
Consolation.
Consolation, yeah. And that's not the big prize. You ain't get the big prize.
Yeah, that's why the scriptures say, get that precept, I think it's in Psalms, give me neither poverty or riches.
How does it go?
Give me neither poverty or riches. Because, you know, when you get money, you have a lot of money, you become lukewarm, you know, like, what what did Biggie say? More money, more problems. So then you're gonna have to invest a lot of your time and energy into trying to keep your money. Because you know the IRS gonna come for your ass. IRS gonna tax you.
And you just got the ability to do whatever you want now.
Yeah, the more money you make, the more money they take.
So I'm not going to camp Saturday. I'm going on vacation.
Like, oh yeah, I can't make it.
I'm being Jamaica Saturday. I can't make camp.
My woman, so she wants us to take a family trip.
And we're going to Disneyland.
She knows I got it, so I can't say no. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Start at 7. This is Proverbs 30:7. 2 things have I required of thee. Deny me them not before I die. Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches.
Driving your Bentley or your Maybach or your Benz that you really want, that shit is vanity. It's vain at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, what did you have to do to get it? Those are expensive cars. You know what I'm saying? The average person can't even afford that.
Right.
They say the average person doesn't even have $1,000 in their bank account. They live in paycheck to paycheck, right?
Yeah.
So this is a system that's predicated upon debt. You know what I'm saying? You want to make moves, you got to get into some debt. You want to go to college, you got to get into some debt.
They don't even really expect you to pay the shit off either. They just want you to you're indebted to them. You're a slave.
And that's exactly the system that Esau wants us to be in. That's the condition. You know what I'm saying? But Jake, he wants to stay in it. He wants to make it. He wants to make a way in this man's system. And really, what's the point?
It says, give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me.
And when we'll really get the riches is when we're in the kingdom, man.
Right.
You know, that's when we're gonna be glorious. Get that in Isaiah. Thy gates shall be open continually. Get that one. Hold that. I got another one. Got it? Like what verse? Chapter 60, right?
Yeah.
That's a good chapter. Shoot. Want to start off?
From the top.
Not from the top. Try it. The chapter's fire.
Start at 9. This is Isaiah 60:9. Surely the isles shall wait for me, and the ships of Tarshish first to bring thy sons from far, their silver and their gold with them, unto the name of the Lord thy God, and to the Holy One of Israel.
Yeah, so the other nations, we're gonna possess their riches. All right, keep going.
Because he hath glorified thee. And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee.
Can you tell me what that's speaking about? What is that talking about?
How when we have the Esau in captivity, they're gonna be rebuilding our Jerusalem.
Yeah, so that's why these Christians, man, they don't have the answers for us. They can't do nothing. They can't answer to us, man. You tell them to break this down, they'll be like, it's not talking about what it's talking about.
It's the Antichrist.
You know what I'm saying? These scriptures is clear, plain upon tables.
Them Christians, man, you ever see when they get into it with like people out there teaching like us, man, they just get made work. That's light work. Like it's just so easy to cut them because they don't know nothing. It says, and the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee.
Yeah, because the Most High, he was angry at us. But ultimately, he's gonna have mercy on us. All right, we're gonna be glorious. We're gonna get new bodies. We're gonna have the other nations serving us. You know, we're gonna have the riches. This is not our kingdom right now.
Yeah. We're not living, we just surviving. It says, therefore thy gates shall be open continually. They shall not be
Keep going.
they shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that
The forces of the Gentiles. Keep going.
and that their kings may be brought.
The kings. So all the top wicked elites, from the least to the greatest, they're gonna be under us, man.
For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Ye, those nations shall be utterly wasted.
That sounds like force. You know, that sounds like ethnic hierarchy. You understand? So Jake, he don't want to wait. He wants his prize. He don't want to wait. He want to get it on this side. Keep going.
The glory of Lebanon shall come unto thee, the fire tree, the fir tree, the pine tree, and the box together, to beautify the place of my sanctuary, and I will make the place of my feet glorious.
Yeah, because the earth is going to be renewed. It's going to be rejuvenated. All right? We're not going to have to worry about pollution. The land of Israel is going to be built back up. You know, it's going to be beautiful.
It's going to be complete harmony. The animals, they won't even be eating meat. They'll be eating, lions will be eating grass. You know what I'm saying? Continue.
What verse you got?
14. Says, the sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet.
You want to break that down? Break that down.
Yeah, it's talking about how we have them in captivity. They're going to be our slaves. They're going to be bowing down to us. And all they that despise thee, they shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet.
Yeah.
The despise thee is like the other nations. Esau, all of them.
Yeah, but
Esau especially.
but mainly Esau, because he's the one who's got his foot down on our necks, and on top of that, this is his world. All right, this is his kingdom, and what is he doing with his power? He's not trying to make this world a better place. He's just making it worse.
Right. All these unrighteous decrees.
Exactly. So when we get into power, that's when we're gonna have to clean up their fucking messes.
Says, these shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet, and they shall call thee the city of the Lord, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel.
Zion, the Holy One of Israel, and holy means separate. All right. So this is indicative that the Most High is only dealing with Israelites, the Israelites. All right. He hasn't forgotten about us. He hasn't forsaken us. I think I got a preset. I got a few presets. I think Isaiah 35, because we mentioned how the earth is going to be rejuvenated, you know, it's going to be magnified.
Start from the top.
Yeah, I think it's verse 1.
It's Isaiah 35 and 1. The wilderness and the solitary place shall be glad for them, and the desert shall rejoice and blossom as the rose. It shall blossom abundantly and rejoice even with joy and singing.
Yeah, because when you look at the land of Israel today, it's really just a desert. You know, they got to bring trees over there and plant them just for it to look nice. But the Most High is going to make it to where the ground is going to be rejuvenated, and it's just going to bring up more vegetation. You know what I'm I'm saying?
The glory of Lebanon shall be given unto it.
Not to mention, you got a lot of droughts that are happening on that side of the world as well. You know, the Middle East. What is it? What river is that dried up? What is it? The Euphrates River?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, the Euphrates River is drying up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they're saying that they've had a record of low rain coming in. You know, not that much rain's coming in. But you know what? That's prophecy.
Right.
And then I was also watching the video. They saying in other parts of the world as well. You know, like in Africa, it don't rain that much. You know what I'm saying? So I can imagine, man, when we get into power, you think we're gonna have the power to like make it rain. You know what I'm saying? Get spiritual power, be able to control the weather. I mean, Esau does it, right?
Right.
They say he does it. Technically, it's a conspiracy. You know.
Continue on. You good?
That's it on that.
Thank you.
That's it on that. Zephaniah 3:19.
To back you up on what you was talking about, the Euphrates River, this is Revelation 16 and 12. And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river, Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the king of the east might be prepared.
More?
And I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet.
Okay, so that's prophecy
Right.
that we just read. And the Lord is going to make it easier for the troops to cross over in that region, you know, when it's time for war. Now, you got that in Zechariah? Zephaniah 3:19.
Fucking mosquitoes in November. Shit ain't right. This is Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 19. Behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that halteth, and gather her that was driven out. And I will give them praise and fame.
Wait, it said gather them that were driven out.
Right.
So we were driven out of our homeland, going back to the time of 70 AD, you know what I'm saying? And then we were dispersed in different parts of Africa, you know, and that's prophecy. What is that? Revelation chapter 12. Finish up on that, and then maybe we can read Revelation 12, I think that chapter is.
And gather her that was driven out, and I will give them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame.
So this is what we got coming to us. All we just got to do is wait and be patient. But no, you got Jake that wants their consolation on this side now. Now why is that? Ultimately, it's because they have a lack of faith.
Continue.
Is there more?
At that time will I bring you again, even in the time that I gather you, for I will make you a name and a praise among all people of the earth.
So the Most High, he's gonna magnify us. All right. He's gonna give us that fame, man. We gonna walk up into other lands and then the other nations. They're gonna look at us and be like, oh, the Israelites, those are the Israelites, and they're gonna be bowing down to us. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna have spiritual power, so it's not like they can get on the line and try to like take our crowns and overthrow us. You know what I'm saying? The whole world is just gonna know about us through his son Yahweh Shai. All right, Because when that day comes, that's gonna be scary for a lot of people, man.
God.
They're gonna see the cracking skies with ships, chariots, shooting down laser beams, and then also it's gonna be post World War III.
Yeah.
So people are gonna be shaking up. They're like, yo, what we gonna do now, man? Where do we go from here? Well, that's where we're gonna come in. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna come down from the chariots, and Lord willing, we're up there elect. You know, we're gonna come down from the ships, and then they're gonna see us. And we got the spiritual power, and then they're gonna be mesmerized. They're gonna be like, who are you guys? Who are you people? And they'll be like, we're the Israelites. And then depending on what their nationality is or not, they're gonna want to get down with us. They shoot, they better. You know, if we run into the Israelite strangers, you know what I'm saying? They better not be like Haile Selassie. As we touch down in Jamaica, they're like Haile Selassie. No, we're the Israelites. You're gonna wanna get down with the Supreme Team. You're gonna have to. And if you're still trying to hold on to your idols, you're gonna get zapped. You know what I'm saying?
Get down to lay down.
So there's not gonna be none of that nonsense in the kingdom. No more idolatry. No more anything. You know what I'm saying? You see, Ye, he's trying to make it to where you seen the video I did, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He's trying to make it to where Trump holds this country to the standard of the Bible. That ain't gonna happen. How is that gonna happen? And let's say you did that, you would have to get rid of hip hop. I know, Ye, you're of hip hop. You made it off of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? But that shit is toxic.
The Lord not dealing with that.
Yeah, like a lot of the lyrics and the music today is toxic. You know? You just gotta admit that. So what, you gonna ban hip hop? You're not gonna do that. That's a multi-billion-dollar industry, and you're gonna fuck up people's money. That's the whole point of getting into office, so you can look out for your buddies and friends. What do you think Biden's doing?
Right.
What did you think Obama did? He looked out for the lobbyists that funded him. It's corporations. He looked out for them.
Right.
They didn't look out for the best interests of the people.
They wouldn't even let Kanye in there anyway. You ain't nobody. You just a nigga to them. You ain't nobody.
But hey, we'll see if we even make it that far.
Right.
2024.
Right. Anything else?
Yeah. Revelation 12. Because I spoke about how we were dispersed into different lands. You know, and the Lord is going to gather us together.
Start from the top.
Yeah, 12 and 1.
So it was Revelation 12 and 1. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars.
So the 12 stars represents the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay?
And she, being with child, cried, traveling in birth, and pain to be delivered.
Yeah, because, you know, us being in this knowledge, we can't wait to get out of here. You know what I'm saying? We just pained to get out of here. We want to get delivered. Keep going.
And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and the 7 crowns upon his head.
This is speaking about the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire. Keep going.
And his tail drew the third parts of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman.
The third stars represents Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, because that was predominantly the tribes that were still around at the time. Because, you know, going back into the time of the Assyrians, back into that time, they were brought into captivity by, I forget the name, King was it Shalmaneser, I believe. I'm not even so
I
sure.
know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but the 10 tribes was carried into the Assyrian captivity on this side of the world in America. They were dispersed in South America. You know what I'm saying? So mainly the bulk of the tribes that were left on that side of the world during the time of Yahushua was Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Keep going. Northern, yeah, Southern Kingdom.
And the dragon stood before the woman which was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child as soon as it was born.
And the woman represents Israel, all right? And the child there is Yahweh Shai, because Yahweh Shai, he's going to be the one that delivers the nation of Israel, all right? He redeemed us.
It says, and she brought forth a man child.
Yeah, and during the time of the Roman Empire, it was Herod. He was the one who was trying to find the Lord and put him to death and kill him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah. Who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron.
I like that. I like that.
And her
Who's going to do that? Yahweh Shai. He's going to rule over the all nations. You know? Didn't we just read that? There's a precept for that. We read about that earlier. See how the scriptures tie together?
and her child was caught up unto Yahweh and to his throne. And the woman fled into the wilderness, where she hath a place prepared of Yahweh.
So the nation of Israel was fled into the wilderness. You know, the interiors of West Africa mainly. You know, some of us went south. You know, went lower. You know.
Yeah, the diaspora.
You know, the scriptures say that the elect are scattered throughout the four winds of the earth, four corners of the earth. But you know, during the time of the triangular slave trade, the bulk of the slaves came from the west coast of Africa. Why is that? It's because of prophecy. We're reading it right now. Keep going.
That they should feed her there 1,203 days. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels.
So this is speaking about that day, the day of judgment right here. Speaking about Michael, the archangel, he's gonna stand up for us. Yahweh Shai, he's gonna be mad. He's gonna be looking for his revenge. The scriptures say when he comes back, he's gonna be screaming like a travailing woman, like a woman that's giving birth.
Right.
You know, that might be poetic. You know, it may not mean that he's literally gonna be screaming. You know, or he could be raging like, you motherfuckers, let's go. You know, you be amped up.
Yeah, you be amped.
And he's gonna be so powerful,
God.
ain't nobody gonna be able to stop him. You know, that's gonna be the day, man.
Michael right by his side.
Yeah,
This place is fucked.
they gonna be like Jadakiss, Jadakiss and
The Styles P.
Styles P goes back to back. Let's go.
This place is going catching, man.
Got my back, I got yours.
Oh shit. I got your front.
I see one.
Says and there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not. Neither was their place found any more in heaven.
So when that day comes, you're gonna have NATO, which is the military power of the beast system, and you know, all of Esau's entities, they're just gonna fold, man.
Yeah, NATO, the EU,
They're gonna fold. They can't do nothing that day.
can't do nothing with us. It says, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole earth.
How did he deceive the whole earth? Through his philosophies.
Iconoclasm.
Iconoclasm, excellent point. Telling you that God, the Most High, is a white man.
And his angels,
His
his
angels,
prophets.
the Son, Yahweh Shai. Oh, he can't be a black man. He can't be a so-called black man. Come on, man.
It's defamed the Most High,
They're gonna have a lot to answer for.
which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
Yeah, his angels. You know what I'm saying? So Esau, he's gonna try to use his military might.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
His
The
aircrafts.
other nations, they're gonna put down what they're doing and fight alongside with each other to try to subdue the angels and Yahweh Shai. But that's gonna be very, very one-sided.
They can't do nothing with them chariots. They got nothing for that.
They can't. You seen the videos?
Right. They got nothing for that, Esau.
They got like the chariots, the angels. They got like a cloaking device, like Predator. The movie Predator. They'll like appear and then like disappear, and they can move and then like stop on a dime and then go reverse.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's no technology in this earth that's capable of doing that.
They could just vanish in the thin air.
Yeah.
It's like you see it and then you don't.
Man,
How can you fight that?
Yeah, man doesn't have that technological capability. So that's something that's divine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
We ain't got nothing for that.
And they have yet to have gone offensive. Right now, they just playing with you, man. They playing with
Right.
you. They showing themselves. You know what I'm saying? They showing off. You have yet to see what they're really capable of doing.
We see they might yet. They ain't flexed their muscle yet.
Yeah, because it's not time.
Right.
And then they try to downplay the UFO. They try to say, "Oh, that's technology from China. China's flying up their technologies.
It's a drone."
That's what they're trying to say that it is. That's one side of it. Some of them actually believe that it is something that's demonic, a demonic power that's out there. Aliens. What's alien? But that just means you're a foreigner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, the chariots are something that's out of this world. The people can't even wrap their minds around it.
Continue.
Keep going.
It says, "And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our God, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, and the power of his Christ." Power of his. "For the accuser of our brethren is cast down."
The accuser of our brethren. Because when Esau really comes down with the hammer, he's going to try to demonize us. You know what I'm saying? Call us a hate group. You guys are terrorists. And furthermore, when he comes out with his charagma, I would imagine they're gonna have a list of people that took it and that didn't take it. So the people that didn't take it, they're gonna be like, "Oh, we got rebels over here. What are we gonna do with them?" They might classify the people that didn't take it as terrorists. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They low key already showed you what they're capable of doing when they came out with the Yab. You know what I'm saying? Talking about you can't go into certain places and shop.
Right.
Oh, if you don't got it, your kids can't go off to college. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the time is gonna come when they're gonna make it mandatory in order to be in the system, and then there's gonna be no way around. There's gonna be no way around it. So then that's when people are gonna be tempted. That's the hour of temptation right there.
And most are just gonna fall. Most are taking it.
Most people are gonna fold.
"For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimonies."
Yeah, because we really wouldn't even have gotten this far. We wouldn't even still be here if it wasn't for Yahweh Shai dying for our sins on the cross. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we're gonna get the glory really because of Yahweh Shai. So it's a beautiful thing. Well, it's not really beautiful. Going up on the cross, that's gruesome. That was a gruesome death. He was stressed out. Imagine the anxiety that you gotta go through, knowing that you gotta die for the entire nation.
Yeah.
And then while you're on the scene preaching, doing your ministry, you got niggas coming up against you.
Right.
talking down on you.
Say sweat and blood. Imagine how stressful you gotta be to sweat blood.
Yeah, and they even called Yahushua a demon. They called him a devil. They said he got spirits on him, basically. So you can't please everybody. That's why we read earlier about the second death.
Yeah, the motherfuckers that was scoffing him back then, they're here today. And he gonna get his. Says, and they loved not their lives unto death. Therefore rejoice.
Oh, read that again.
Says, and they not. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb, and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death.
So we can't say that we love our lives here, man. We're willing to die for this truth. Because we know what we have coming to us. All right? We know that what we see going on around us is temporary.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And what the fuck you gonna take the chip for? Like, what's really around here to stick around for? Like, look at this place.
I mean, it's not like we're taking a bag,
right?
To say that, oh, you should do it. You know what I'm saying? People that sell out to our people, it ain't gonna end well. You know what I'm saying?
It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
Yeah, Esau's gonna come with his military, his martial law.
Right. And when the dragon saw that he was cast unto the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man-child. And to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place where she is nourished for a time.
Yeah, and when we fled into different parts of Africa, the interiors of Africa, you know, we built it up. We made it great. You know what I'm saying? They had maps. They made maps back in, like, I don't know, the 1700s or whatever. And on the map, you can see the kingdom of Judah. You know what I'm saying? So everywhere we went, we made it great. We built it up. Same thing with Egypt during the time of Moses. We made it great. The same thing today. I mean, I guess you could say on a low vibrational level, but you look and see what people's sentiment of so-called black people are, like foreigners in other nations. They'll be like, well, black people, they're very talented. They can dance, they can rap, they can sing, you know, because we're the salt of the earth. And you see how the small hats, they're making so much money off our backs, off our people's backs in the music industry. You know what I'm saying?
It's like everybody got that story. That's in the music business. Into her place where she is nourished for a time, and times and half a time for the face of the serpent. And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. And the earth helps.
Flood represents, like, you know, like hard times, tribulation. Because Esau, he never made it easy for us. He made it hard for us. That's why it says in Ezekiel, what is it, 35 and 5, he has a perpetual hatred for us. Why is that? It's because we have the glory, we have the promise, we got the birthright. Something he doesn't have. So Esau, he's jealous of us.
He trying like hell to get it back, but you can't.
You know what I'm saying? But the Most High, he made them the border of wickedness. You know? He made the good people and then the bad people. The righteous and the unrighteous. Right? We're the righteous. No matter how much we go off, we're considered the righteous. Alright? And then ultimately the Most High is going to clean us up and perfect us. To where we're not going to go off and sin no more. That's part of the new covenant.
Uh,
Keep going.
and the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood which the dragon cast out of his mouth. And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of Yahweh, and have the testimony of Yahweh Shai.
Yeah. Keep going.
That's it on that.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay. You sped through that.
A lot of meat on that, bro.
You want to read, go back to Hebrews 11 and 7?
This is Hebrew chapter 11, verse 7. By faith, Noah, being warned of Yahweh of things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by the which he...
Oh, and you know that they said that they found the Noah's Ark? It was on Mount Ararat in Turkey.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's like a satellite image of it. So, you know, he needs some physical evidence to believe that it actually happens.
Right.
Keep going.
Moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by the which he condemned the world and became heir of the righteousness which is by faith. By faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after receive for an inheritance, obeyed, and he went out, not knowing whither he went. By faith, he sojourned in the land of promise, as in a strange country, dwelling in tabernacles with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs with him of the same promise.
Yeah, because we're all going to get the same thing. We're joint heirs. You know what I'm saying? The Most High, he's got to honor his promise that he made to Abraham and to his seed, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
For he looked for a city which hath foundations, whose builder and maker is Yahweh. Through faith also, Sarah herself received strength to conceive seed.
That's it on that. Read Micah 2 and 10. And then we'll probably close out on that. Unless you got any more research. That you want to go into.
This is Micah chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye, and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted.
Yeah, so America, this is not our rest. We wasn't brought here to prosper and be comfortable. All right? We're under the curses of Deuteronomy chapter 28. So this is our punishment. Jeremiah 16 just came to my mind. You gotta read that. Keep going.
Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. If a man walking in the spirit and falsehood do lie, saying, I will prophesy unto thee of wine and of strong drink, and he shall even be the prophet of this people. I will surely assemble, O Jacob, all of thee. I will surely gather the remnant of Israel.
The remnant. The Most High is only dealing with the elect. The 144,000 and the 1/3. Which the elect is going to be the governing body of the nation.
It says, I will put them together as the sheep of Basra, as the flock in the midst of their fold. They shall make great noise by reason of the multitude of men. Their breaker is come up before them. They have broken up and have passed through the gate, and are going out by it. And their king shall pass before them, and the Lord on the head of them.
All right, now let's go to Jeremiah 16 and 14. Gots to read that.
Listen. This is Jeremiah 16 and 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord,
Yeah, because that was a great time. That was huge. How the Most High brought up His people out of the land of Egypt. During the time of Moses. But it's going to be even more greater when the Lord brings His people up out of the land of our captivity right now, Babylon. Keep going.
But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and
the land of the north. That's America. Keep going.
And from all the lands whither He had driven them.
Yeah, because the nation of Israel is scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And the main deliverance is going to come up out of America. Because we read the prophecy in Revelation chapter 20 that this is going to be the lake of fire. This place is going to be engulfed in flames. So there's nothing that's going to survive that. The ICBM missiles, the radiation, the angels, they're not going to survive that. You can't come up from your doomsday bunker and try to salvage this place and make a community. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, that shit is going to be a tomb.
Yeah, this place is going to be like a memorial, Our children are going to hear about this place, the place where we call all this hell, all the violence, all the wickedness, They'll be like, yup, the Most High, he's great. We're going to be praising the Most High through His Son, Yahweh Shai. Keep going.
Says, and I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers.
Yeah, because we're going to get our homeland back. And it's not just going to be, the state of Israel that we see today. It's going to be enlarged. Really, the scriptures say that the whole earth is made for our sake. The whole earth, the whole universe.
Right, planets.
What is that in Jeremiah 51? Jacob is the former of all things. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to get full power. And the other nations, they're going to be paying tribute to us. They're going to be bowing down to us. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be kings. A nation of kings and priests, like it says, right? The scriptures say that. Not to mention our name is Israel. Yasharallah, Prince of Power.
Right.
Prince of God. So the Most High, he's going to upgrade us. I don't know how many times we got to say it. It's a beautiful thing of what we have coming to us. So the sufferings that we go through now on this side, in this life, it's going to be worth it in the future. We're in the kingdom of heaven. It's going to be worth it. So we don't care if we got to deprive ourselves of certain amenities in this man's kingdom. We don't mind that.
Right. What is that? 2 Corinthians, strength is made perfect in weakness. So we're going to catch our hell right now, but in the end, we're the ones that will be on top, Lord's will.
Yeah. If we're of the elect.
Right.
Even if you don't make it, you're going to make it because we have regeneration.
God.
You know what I'm saying? The scriptures also say there's nothing in your heart that the Most High is not going to already think of and not already have it laid out, roughly paraphrasing. So you want wives, you want your woman to be in order, you're going to get that in the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
Obviously, we ain't going to really see that now. We're not going to see that now. Our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. So we cannot wait until this world is really set in order. We can't wait.
Yeah. And Jeremiah 4. Israel is wise to do evil. But in the kingdom, the laws is going to be written on our hearts, which is our mind. We won't even be going off. We'll be perfect.
Yep.
We continue on that, or let's see the
Finish it?
Yeah.
All right. So anyways, with that, shalom.
Shalom.